Solve This Murder. I'm your detective, Bill.
And I'm your crime scene criminal and witnesses, Dani.
This is story... I don't know. In my notes, there's story 5. It's probably a better term. The 5th mystery. This is our 5th murder mystery.
Which means we finished our 4th mystery. Good job.
Yes. I was really proud of the way I solved that last mystery.
Aww.
And I thought it was a really good one. It was lots of fun. It was a long one.
It was long.
But it was really cool. It had lots of cool twists and turns and people being different people and all that other fun stuff. I won't spoil it too much because people maybe don't listen to these in order. There's no reason you need to listen to them in order. But we just did Drowning at the Dinner Party, which was... I loved it.
And so we should announce our detective of the arc, mystery, detective of the story.
The honorary Hastings.
This was not an easy one to pick between. I had to be reading emails and going line by line to see who had more things correct. And I think edging it out was veterans Eric and Ashley. Now, Eric is already on the board of the wall of detectives. Mm-hmm. So, Ashley, you're going to be up there too this time. Well done.
Wonderful. So they got pretty close to the answer. Didn't want to get 100% spot on.
There was still maybe 1 or 2 tiny little things that I would have preferred to see, but more or less.
How early were they getting these sorts of things?
The final one came within the last week. I immediately after listening to the second last episode was the thorough guess of it. But
cool.
In the week before that, people were starting to catch on for real.
Cool. I'm still waiting for someone to just be like, day 2, just like, I've got it, whole thing, worked it out. It must be this person. I've run the numbers. But I don't think they get enough information in that first episode.
That's what's so interesting. It's hard to know when I, as the writer of these mysteries, want people to do it. Because do you want them to not know it until the very end? Do you want them to get it right before the end? That seems ideal, right? Or do you want them to get it in the first episode? Because that means, yes, you did lay everything out clearly.
I feel like the perfect version is they have a suspicion in episode 2. They go, could be them. It feels like them, but there's no way of knowing. And then when it finishes, they're like, haha, yes, my suspicions were correct. But they would never have known until near the end.
Maybe.
I think that's the best feeling.
Let's find out if we can make that happen this time.
You can make that happen by introducing a character who just goes, yes, what do you think? Do you think I was the murderer? And then people will be like, I think it's them, but I can't put my finger on it. And then they'll know in the end.
Perfect.
Okay, we are probably ready to start. Now, I have another thing. So I'm getting better with every single murder mystery. People, early on told me how bad I was, and I'm getting better and better as it goes. And I think last mystery, I really got into a feel with it. I had a reason for my questions. I had means and motive and opportunity I was looking for. And I've drawn that same little chart for myself of means, motive, opportunity on the first page of my notes here. The thing that I need to focus on more on this is I think my issue with the last mystery is I focus on each character as their own little silo of information purely about themselves and what they were doing. And I interview each one within their own context. And then I look at the other people and I figure out stuff about them. But I treat each one as only having information about themselves. I think, not logically, but I think that's how I've been playing it. And what I need to focus on now is looking into how these characters relate to each other a little bit more. Because I think that was a sticking point on the last mystery where when I started to do that, it unraveled the last bits that I needed. So I think I need a little bit more of the who did you think killed the person? What do you think of Harlow Thromby? Oh, and all that sort of stuff. Ask their opinions on other people, maybe get theories from them, or see do any of the other people here, do you think they wanted him dead? Why would they want him to, that's the kind of little angle I'm going to look at. I'm going to have a little bit more of a looking at the connections more than just the information from an individual. I think that's what I'm going to be trying to do in this mystery. And that means you are looking at part 1 of 2. I'm going to get it. 2 parts in.
I know, I've got to give this one a name.
Yeah, an alliterative name.
That's okay. It'll happen. All right, let's go.
Let's go. Here I am.
All right. Bring.
I answered the phone in a hard-boiled manner.
Elaborate.
Yeah, what do you want? See? I'm busy here.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was calling you while you were on vacation.
I'm always busy on vacation. I plan a lot.
You're in London, right?
Yes,
oh, if you're not,
the dark, noir streets of London.
Oh, man. Well, look, I just got a hot tip. There's a really cool case going on right now.
Interesting. Tell me more, Inspector Simba.
Well, you know about the big metal concert that was going to be happening, right? Just last
yes,
night?
I'm cool. I'm hip. I'm with it.
You know the band that was going to be there, don't you?
It was Blind Puma.
Exactly. And, well, the thing is, the singer was shot.
Whoa, what?
Yeah.
Through the heart? Are you to blame?
Exactly.
Do you give love a bad name?
No, I just thought
that's not metal.
Look, it's not obviously nowhere near my jurisdiction, but I thought you might want to go check it out.
Yeah, do you know
Yeah,
who
part
I
of
can
it.
talk to in the London police? Do
Oh.
you have a contact for me?
As far as I know, the investigation has basically only just started. They'll be all swarming the venue.
So I should just rock up and say I'm a police
Absolutely.
officer? Do I have that
You've
power?
got your badge, right? The International Detective Badge.
International detective. Yeah, sure. Okay, cool.
Brilliant. So here's the address. I'll text you.
No, what's the address?
So I don't have to say it.
I look at my phone and what does it say?
111 Mayfair Street Lane.
111 Mayfair Street Lane. Great. And the postcode?
CM305.
See?
305.
30.
I feel like English postcodes have letters in them.
Let's hope. Okay, so I travel to 111 Mayfair Street Lane, CM305,
All right.
England.
All right. So you rock up there, you catch the bus because the buses actually work in that country.
Sure.
And you find yourself outside a venue. It's pretty decently sized. It is called the...
Are you looking to me? At me? The
Yep.
Thunderdome.
Okay, that seems fair. All right, it's the Thunderdome. Now, the front doors at the stage are closed. It's the morning. It wouldn't be letting people in anyway, but as you can imagine, it might be staying closed a little longer based on the circumstances.
One would think.
But you can see there's a car park around the side and a door leading to a backstage sort of area. And what you also see that is super surrounded by police tape is a tour bus.
Now, the car park, is that just like a flat level thing, or is it a tiered structure full
No.
of everyone's cars?
Oh, no, just an outdoor sort of
Just
one.
like a
But
place to, like a loading docky style, like things would pull up and
I
drop
suppose
off,
so, but
but not for customer parking.
No, exactly.
Okay. And it's got a stage door, and there's a bus here?
Yes, there's a tour bus that is surrounded by police folk.
I'll approach the police folk and I'll say, hey guys, it's me, Bill Billingham, International Emperor of Police.
Was it really Billingham? I thought it was Billington.
No, Billingham, I think.
Okay.
Bill Billingham.
Who knows? Who can really say who's right?
Check the tapes.
One of these police folk, a woman with a hard stare and a chignon knot in her hair.
A what, sorry?
Fancy. It's called a chignon, right? That's how it's pronounced?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I assume it's not pronounced chignon or
A
chignon.
chignon knot in her hair.
She raises her eyebrows at you and says, "Excuse me, do I know you?"
Yes, Inspector Nala, I presume.
That is offensive.
Come on. Come on.
I'm sorry. I would say yes, but this character has a name, so...
Natalie Lang. Inspector Natalie Lang, I presume.
Look, I've grown up being called Nala because my name is actually Kat, so...
Fine. I like Natalie Lang.
Not that you'll be calling me by my first name anyway, so the international agencies have gotten involved, have they?
Yes.
I suppose you just wanted to catch a whiff of the celebrity, did you? You're a fan of the Puma?
Oh, I've never listened to a Blind Puma song in my life. I'm just a fan of murder.
I see. Well, suppose we'll get along better than I thought.
Yes. No, I was here. Look, I've solved many a murder. 4, in fact. I've solved 4 murders,
Well,
and I'd like to come and solve this one.
I appreciate the offer, but I've got this very much under control.
Oh, of course. I'm sure you do. But would you mind if I could be at the sounding board? I could help out a little bit. Just do a little bit of the grunt work, you know.
The best sounding board takes place between one's own ears.
Is that a phrase? You say that like it's kind of a phrase.
It's from my memoir.
Oh, of course.
But all right, let's see how your springboard bouncing board is going for yourself. What would you like to know? Victim, Blind Puma, lead singer, goes by Anita Apocalypse.
Anita Pock. And what is
Yes.
her actual name?
God only knows. She changed it years ago.
Okay.
This metal scene might turn out to have some embarrassing moments to it.
Now, I would just like to ask, is this because she shortened it to apocalypse? Or is it because she's like, I need apocalypse. Gotta have an apocalypse. Oh, I need it. I need apocalypse.
You know what? If I could, I would ask her.
Oh, she's dead. How did she die?
So, as far as I can understand, their bus arrived in the late afternoon yesterday. Late being the operative word. They were supposed to be here much earlier. They began setting up alongside another band who was performing in the evening. Anita got into a fight with someone from the other band, stormed back off to her tour bus, not long before they were supposed to be on stage, and as the time crept closer to their performance, the members of her band and the band's manager all went to try to sway her to come out, but she'd locked herself in, dramatic as they do, yes. And then once they finally broke down the door after the performance time had been and gone, they found her shot with a small pistol 3 times.
You say shot with a small pistol. Has the murder weapon been found?
Well, of course. It was lying there. Quite a mess.
Interesting. And so she was fighting with the members of another band.
Apparently. I haven't managed to secure interviews yet. The other band, of course, has moved on already.
And what band is that?
You don't know? You haven't read the flyer?
I was thinking Motley Crue, but spelt normally and they dress like pirates.
Close, it was the Mottled Crew.
Oh, of course. Spelt normally, but they dress like pirates with lots of freckles?
Is that what mottled means to you?
I don't know, not really.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
That's
the Mottled
them.
Crew. And they're not here anymore?
No, they moved on. They had a tour up north.
And you let them go? Wait, you let them go?
Oh, we've been securing a statement from them.
Oh, okay.
We'll get it eventually.
Okay, and how many other members are there of Blind Puma?
Just 2. Just the guitarist and the drummer.
Are they still here? Am I able to talk with them if I need to?
Of course, you think I would let key suspects go away?
Yes, you just did. You let an entire band. She literally had a fight with someone, then died, and you're like, oh, the person she was fighting with, they can go.
Well,
they're busy people.
You know what? Well, what about this? Well, when the murder must have happened, it was while the other band, Mottled Crew, was on stage. Ha! Gotcha! Did you think of that?
Oh, yeah, because they don't have a manager.
She didn't fight with the... Oh, anyway.
Okay, so...
Look, if you want to investigate the tour bus, I've had people take their photographs, all of that.
So I can inspect the scene of the crime?
Yes. Please, clean it up while you're at it. It's disgusting in there.
Is it as it was? Has anything been touched or moved?
Well, only to the extent that you need to, wipe a finger across something to put it in your mouth to see what it is.
To see if it's cocaine. Oh, they do terrible, shoddy police work up here. So let me just do a quick recap. So Anita Apocalypse got into a fight with the members of Mottled Crew. Was that out here in the car in the car area?
You think I know all the details?
Oh, because you don't need my help at all. All right, cool. Thanks, Kat. What is your actual? What should I call you, Inspector?
Detective Delaware.
Kat Delaware. Okay. Is that a joke or is it just a name?
No, it's just a name. It's very popular to name people after American states.
Okay. Okay, Kat Delaware.
I'm not in the metal scene. I don't need an awkward pun for my name. That's just my name.
Fair.
I didn't do it. For all I know, my family discovered Delaware, the place Delaware.
Probably. Yep, that's probably true. Anita got into a fight with the members of Mottled Crew. They had like a big... and she ran into a tour bus, locked herself in, angry about what happened in that fight.
Something like that.
When you say a fight, do you mean a physical altercation or just an argument?
That's a good question. I should probably find out.
Yeah, okay, I'll do your job for you. That's fine. She was locked in. People said like, "Oh, come on, I've got a show on. Oh, we're coming on next. We're on stage after Mottled Crew." And then when it came so late that they were going to miss their cue, they decided to kick the door in.
No, you heard that wrong. They did miss their cue.
Okay, so they had
So Mottled Crew had to go on stage instead of them. They had to go on early.
Oh, so they were meant to be before Mottled Crew.
Yes.
Interesting. So how do they know that she wasn't killed before that? I'll have to figure it out. Like, why wasn't she? If she was in there non-responsive.
Mm.
She might have been dead the entire time before model crew even went on stage.
Well, but it was found. Give me a moment.
Yeah, okay, I'll figure it out. Don't worry. You just, I don't know, stop traffic or something. I don't know.
Excuse
what's a rude
me?
thing for a police officer to do? I don't know.
That?
Yeah, cool. All right, so I'll have to talk about how that was. Who found the body, by the way? Just the members of the band?
Hold on. I've got that note somewhere. Where is it? Boys, we need to do the interviews again.
Okay, I'll get. Don't worry about it. I'll do it. Yeah, you really make these police incompetent. All right, so I should just stop talking to Nala. She does nothing for me. So you're saying from the conversation, she did say there were 2 other members of the band.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know who those are? Can she tell me their names?
Oh, that. Yes, I've got that written down.
Okay, can I just look
yes.
at yes? All right, I'm just gonna leave.
All right, sure. Okay, so as you look around, you go to the tour bus. There's nobody inside the tour bus, but you do see 4 people hanging around who do not look like they are part of the police gang. They just sort of look like they are sitting, waiting sort of nervously, awkwardly.
I'll approach them.
All right.
I say, "Oh, watcher, my name's Bill Billingham. I'm here from London. I am.
One of them,
I'm a London police officer."
a woman, stands up and goes, "Yeah, right, we're free to go then?"
No, sorry. Hi, my name is Bill. I'm actually from Australia. You can see the difference in my accent. I'm an international cool detective.
Right.
Emperor of police, they say.
Right. We've already done interviews. Is that all there is to do? Are we free?
Yeah, the interviews you did were with a fool. A fool. So I'm going to take over from here.
Oh, I see. Great. That's going to go down really well with these guys. And you can see that one of the other guys is just looking supremely, somehow both furious and triumphant. He's going, "Yep, knew it. They're all tools. They're all tools. Can't put a crime together to save their lives. Don't know why we're even trying. We should just head on out."
Sir, why would the police put a crime together? They solve crimes. They don't put them together. What do you think they are? Some kind of bank robbing crew? "Oh, gotcha! Shut up." I turn back to the woman and I say, "Now, could you just give me a rundown of who you all are? I'm assuming you're the members and manager of Blind Puma?" I've named it. I shouldn't have to keep looking at my notes.
Yes, that's right. I'm Lily Okereke. I'm the manager.
And how do you spell that?
Lili.
Oh, that's already not what I thought.
Huh, my mistake. I mean, not.
That's not your mistake.
I'm
Please
sorry.
continue.
O-K.
Okay.
E-R.
Okay.
No.
Go on.
E-K-E.
Okay.
Nigerian.
Wonderful. And you're the manager of Blind Puma?
Yes, that's right.
Wonderful. And who are the other two? 3 with you?
Oh, so you can probably tell these 2 are the fellow band members. This is Dom. Dom Deadly, if you want his stage name. The guitarist.
And his real name?
Look, it's part of all of these contract businesses that they don't give out their real names.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Dom Henley, I'll put in brackets.
Okay.
And the other?
Works for you. And our drummer, Shredder Smith.
Okay.
Fun fact, there's a secret pun hidden in that name, but everyone ignores it because they just focus on the shredder part.
What is there? Hold on.
I wouldn't waste too much time on it.
Dursmith? Dursme. That's it. What's the hidden pun? Oh, okay. Oh, I have no idea. I'm not going to find it. And people, if you're listening at home, please, and you know what this hidden pun is, in Shredder Smith. Shredder Smith. Watch out for Shredder. I got no idea. Redder like blood.
Secret
Ooh.
second puzzle.
Oh, okay. If anyone can solve this name puzzle, please tweet at us or email us.
And on my right here, that's our driver.
Oh,
Peter
actually,
Z.
Peter Z?
Yes.
Now, is that the letter Z?
No, that's...
I know we would both say Z.
Yes. It's spelled Z-E-E. I believe that he may have changed that from something A bit more. He's from Europe, mainland Europe, so his name a bit more
Zeman?
complicated. No, I think it was
Siegfried?
you know what? He can tell you. Yes, it was Zimikowski.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Oh, you don't know how many silent Zs there were.
4.
Fine. Whatever.
Okay, so Lily, what could you give me a rundown of what happened here? Obviously, Anita's been shot.
Yes. Quite a thing. It's been very complicated. So, we arrived rather late. We weren't exactly traveling at our best. And
Of course. Any reason you were late?
she sort of gives a side eye to the other 2 band members. It sort of looks like she's judging them out of the corner of her eye. No, nothing unusual. Just one of these things that happens when you're on the road together for a really, really long time.
Of course, I would understand if I was annoying in any way, but I'm perfect.
So we arrived. The band quickly hurried on stage to get things set up. Something happened. I was busy taking phone calls, doing other non-setup purposes, talking with the venue manager. Oh, I believe a fight took place between them and the members of the other band that was performing tonight, Mottled Crew.
Is that a common occurrence?
Look, I can't say too much right now.
Let's come over here.
Cool, you take her aside privately. Okay, look, this is silly. Yes, Anita is brash in public. She gets into very dramatic fights. She doesn't mean a word of them. She is entirely putting on this as a persona. However, the others, I'm pretty sure they believe it's real. And I think that that's part of what drew them to her in the first place and decided to form a band together.
And what makes you say it's not a real... Has she confided in you that this is not her real persona? Do you know her outside of these public...
I'm the manager. I know everything about these people.
Interesting.
But
so
look,
this fight... No, sorry, the fight...
Yes, well, as far as I'm aware, look, I wasn't present, like I said, but as far as I'm aware, this one was actually real.
When you say real, do you mean a real problem that Anita had or a real physical fight between people punching and slinging?
I meant a real physical fight.
Interesting. That's not common.
No, not at all. She might pretend, she might even take a swing at someone, but she would never hit on purpose. She's a dramatic little actress. Was. Right. And whatever it was, I don't know what the emotions were behind it, but I suppose it was real enough that she stormed back and she would not even come out of the tour bus, locked herself right in there. No matter what we tried to do, she wouldn't come out. She missed the start of the performance. Although now I'm starting to question, did she?
You think perhaps she was already dead?
Well, she apparently had to die at some stage. I would have assumed that while Mottled Crew was performing would have been an easier time, because everyone's attention would have been elsewhere except for ours. It's a question, though. It's
I must ask.
possible.
You say you tried to get her out of the...
Of course.
Did she respond in any way? Did she yell out, no, I'm not going to get out of here? Did you hear her? Was there any evidence that she was in the van, in the bus at those times?
Well, just that it was locked.
Yeah, but you didn't knock and hear her say, nah, lady, I'm not going out there. I'm Anita. Like that? Anything like that?
Music was playing.
Music was
Yes.
playing? What music was it?
That was her own. Of course.
Okay.
She didn't listen to anything else.
Oh, wow. That's bad.
Yes.
And when was it that you actually knocked down the door? Did you end up breaking the door down? Is this...
Oh, yes. There was a quick intermission and, well, none of our people were being any help, so I asked someone who seemed a little bit stronger, a little bit tougher at dealing with these sorts of things for help.
Okay, just anyone here, or...?
The singer of Mottled Crew.
Interesting, okay.
He was on a break, so...
wait, I thought you found them while they were performing.
What? No, during the intermission.
I see, I understand.
Yes. So he came to help. He didn't even question it. He just barreled down that door.
Interesting. Okay. And it was you. It was the Model Cruise lead singer
Yes.
whose name is
Hestenberger.
Hestenberger. Okay. Is that his surname or his full name? Is he
That's-
Jared
that's-
Hestenberger or is he Hestenberger?
You know, I haven't asked. I always thought it was his first name and his last name.
Okay. It was the two of you, no one else?
Right. The others were
Where were the others?
probably in the green room gorging on snacks,
Okay, interesting.
trashing the place. Who knows? Well,
And you
Shredder
found-
at least. Dom was probably sneaking off with his fiancée.
His fiance?
Yes. She tags along whenever they've got a local show.
Is she here now?
You know what? She probably is. She's probably staying not far away. I'd be very surprised if she went home without him.
Interesting. So you broke down the door and you found her.
Yes.
Can you describe the scene?
All right. So the way the tour bus works is a big sort of open, unseated area all up the back where their sleeping areas are. Hers is the furthest at the back. So I had to push past all of Shredder's rubbish to even get close.
Mhm.
And she had the curtain drawn. So pulled it open and there she was, just lying there. The whole place was a mess.
Was it a mess before you got to the curtained area? Was the rest of the bus in disarray?
Oh, quite. Yes, it's not unusual.
And you found her dead.
Lying on her bed.
And police say that it was 3 shots from a small pistol.
Oh,
Was there a
yes.
murder weapon at the scene?
Oh, I didn't go looking for them, but
You just called the police.
Yes, as far as I'm aware, I thought that they had found it because I also heard them say the words small pistol. It
Okay.
doesn't surprise me at all to know, well, that one of them at least would have carried something like that.
One of who?
The band.
Do you think one of the other band members killed her?
Well, remember, they thought that all of her abusive insanity was real.
Was she abusive to the other members of the band?
Of course. She put it on for everybody.
I thought you said they joined the band because of her crazy antics.
Well, of course, that was what was going to make her famous.
But you
But it
think
doesn't
perhaps
mean
it's
that
gotten to
living
them?
in close quarters with it is a good thing.
Do you know, have either one of them talked about this? Have you overheard anything from either of them before?
Well, no, of course not. Oh, we haven't really had the chance, have we?
I suppose not. Do you know which one of the two you would suspect?
Hard to say. She
Shredder, because his name is Shredder?
Could...
Dom, because his name is Deadly?
Well, take your pick. I think either of them could snap at the right provocation, and who knows, maybe during the fight with the other band, she caught them in the crossfire in some way.
Does this sort of antagonistic provocation extend to other members, like, say, your driver?
Again, it was to everybody. In fact, absolutely. There was a tabloid headline not long ago that was actually about the two of them getting into a fight in the street. Again, though.
Anita and Peter.
Yes. Again, though. Fight. In very many inverted commas there.
Interesting.
That one was entirely staged by her. She thought it was hilarious.
Okay. Were you a manager at the time?
Yes. It was only a week ago.
Only a week ago?
Yes.
Okay. For some reason, the way you phrased that made it sound like it was from years
Oh,
back.
sorry.
What happened once you found the body? Did you call the police? Did you...
Yes, of course.
And how long ago was this?
This was last night at 7:15, 7:30.
What time is it now? Just like the morning?
First
of?
thing in the morning.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, if I have more questions, I'll ask.
Yes, of course, by all means. Alone, I would prefer. It helps me talk a little bit more freely, because
Of course.
I am in a business relationship with these people.
Of course. Of course.
I don't want them to have to think about the future.
How
Right
has
now.
business been lately?
Oh, booming, of course. Naturally.
Naturally?
Let's just say this band is still, as far as metal bands go, in its early stages. Hit very early popularity. In fact, it seemed like it was going to be quite a bubble. I encouraged them to get as much out of these early times as possible, just in case, because you never know. Tastes change, fashions change. They could have been going out at any moment. Anita? Not so much a fan of that idea. She wanted a slow burn. You wouldn't have taken her to be a conservative business person, would you?
No.
But all in all, I think that she wasn't being risky enough. I think that she would have ended up disappointed.
Interesting. Just wondering if there's some kind of like edgy reason, business failing, cool kind of like, ooh, maybe she was going to tank the business. Maybe this, and killing her means they'll sell more albums. You know, they'll. How old was Anita?
Oh, that's a good question.
27?
That seems fair.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I wonder if there's some connection there, like an idea of killing her or having her die, or maybe even just like get shot without wanting to kill her would be a big thing for the group. It'd be big, you know, like, oh, wow, you know, she got shot in a fight and she's cool and real metal. I mean, she's not that, it's not really a common thing for metal, but still. Okay, well, thanks, Lily. I'll talk to you again later. So that's interesting. Let me just debrief that for a second. Anita has this whole persona of being angry and, you know, argumentative and vicious and all that sort of stuff. But it's pure act, according to Lily, who says, oh no, she's a kitten. That's terrible. Like she's nothing, you know, she's friendly and lovely and she's wonderful behind closed doors. The other band members, Lily claims, don't know this. They think she's just real mean and take it to heart when she attacks them, which makes her suspect them. I'm still a bit caught on Mottled Crew, given that the lead singer helped discover the body. They had an alibi at the time, like, no, we were on stage probably, but we don't know the time of death. I wonder if we can get a bit of a time of death. Have they done like a medical examination of the body?
Detective Kat Delaware comes over and says, yes, they're doing it now.
Okay, thanks, Kat.
It should be ready in 3 to 360 hours.
Okay, so no good time of death, at least at the moment. Before I talk with the rest of the people, can I have a look at the scene of the crime?
Indeed, you may.
I'm going to look at the scene of the crime.
Okay. You head over to the bus. The door to this tour bus is indeed off its hinges, but you take a look and the rest of it seems generally, I mean, if you can say this, relatively undamaged. Like, if you look at the door handle and the lock, it doesn't look like anyone has destroyed them in any way.
Someone's just knocked the door down.
Yeah. And so you head in there and, oh boy, yeah, there are like bottles and cans and wrappers everywhere. And you notice that, so as you head down the bus, there's one area where it goes, there's a bed area on the left, a bed area on the right, and a bed area at the back. Bed area at the right is the one that has by far the most filth and crumbs and flies and things coming from it. The one up the back does have a lot of empty bottles, empty cans, and that sort of thing, but doesn't have quite the wildlife collection that second one does. Sure. They have taken the body out, but you can still see like a little bit of the area where clearly a shooting has happened.
And she was in the one that was the back one,
yes.
Right? The one that was slightly less filthy than filthy. Mm-hmm. Is the left one pretty clean then?
It's cleaner, yeah. It's messy, but it doesn't have as much of this filth going on.
Okay. So they've taken the body out.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So you can still see it was left of a messy bed. There is...
Have they done a chalk outline?
They tried. It didn't work very well on the white sheet. So instead they just put up one of those little yellow clue markers on top of it.
Sure.
And you can see there is a radio sort of speaker, a CD player. What do people use nowadays for their portable music? There's a speaker of some sort.
Like a Bluetooth speaker?
Sure.
Okay.
Just sitting on the bed.
So can I have like an investigation of this room? Can I have a bit of a rifle of just this back section where she was? Obviously, I can see the MP, so the speaker. Her body's not there anymore. Mm-hmm. Is there anything that I don't know under the bed, hidden around? I know it's filthy, but can I find anything that
you sort of like these bottles and things are so messed up? You figure it can't be that important, especially if they've already taken photos. So you risk shoving a couple of them aside. And when you do eventually find sort of in a corner, you find another little yellow clue marker.
And what is this?
Which is where the pistol is still lying.
The pistol is there?
Yes.
Ooh, what does this pistol look like?
It looks like a little, I don't know how much more detail I can give.
Okay.
It's a pistol, all right.
Can I see if it's, I'm assuming Bill Billingham knows a lot about guns. Is there a way of seeing if it's loaded or if it was loaded in some form, like how many shots are missing from it?
Are you going to pick it up and mess with it?
Yeah, I'm going to pick it up and mess with it.
Whew, all right.
I mean, I could, okay, you know what I'll do before that? Maybe, do I have my own little sassy detective fingerprinting kit?
Sure. Okay, yep. You take out your powdered donut. Yeah, cool. You take out your little dust and brush and you give it a little brush down?
Yeah.
All right, you do so. You find there are a couple of remains of fingerprints on it. They don't look very thorough, and you, I guess, take out your phone. You take some photos of your findings.
I get my proper lovely camera and I take photos.
Oh,
Put
my
on
mistake.
macro, get real close, get a real
You're
nice,
not the forensics
get a
person.
real
You've
nice
just got your phone.
photo. Oh, fine.
That's
but
not
it's
your
a
job.
Forensics phone. I take a photo and my phone says processing.
Initializing.
97% match with
Initializing, processing, analyzing.
Shredder Smith. Ha ha ha, I get it. Do you get the secret joke? I've uncovered it with my computer brain. Ha ha ha, ha ha ha, ha ha ha. Do you need me to tell you? No, I get it. I get it, computer. I know what the joke is. Okay, so I've got fingerprints there, just in case. And now I'll pick up the gun.
Okay, great. And you open it up, and it looks like actually, oh boy, it is empty. Now,
Interesting.
you take a look. You heard that she was shot 3 times.
Yeah.
You take a quick look around, and ooh, yeah, that's interesting. Right at the back of the bus, you actually see 3 extra little dents in the wall. So they tried to shoot her 6 times.
Oh, wow. Okay, so 3 bullets went into the body, 3 bullets hit the back wall. Okay, so let's have a think about this. Before I get further on into in this investigation, I want to think about everything in terms of this means and motive and opportunity. We've got some idea already of motive, right? Because what do we know about motive? We know that Anita is super mean, which means that possibly, like, hatred, literal angry hatred going over the edge could be motive. There's also possibly business-related motive. The idea that she's not, like, acting risky enough for what could be a there could be business and money motive here. Something about what she wanted to do was holding the band back, but killing her would be a guaranteed way to sell thousands of records in what is a thing that with no real longevity, possibly, according to Lily. I don't know if there's any real other motive other than, and there's also, like, something stemming from that fight. Or the fight itself could be indicative of a motive that existed already, especially if she got actually involved in this one. In terms of means, well, I'm pretty sure until we look at the body that we know how she died, right? Pistol. Maybe not the most struggle-less thing. If they had to fire 6 shots and 3 of them missed, it seems like maybe there was some kind of struggle. Or maybe they were a worse shot. They're not someone who's necessarily good with a pistol. So that definitely is interesting about the means of it. And in terms of getting there, people have been free and moving around the entire time. I don't know if there's any real, they couldn't have done it because they were at the green room, I'm not sure. So that brings us to this opportunity idea. If she died, based on when she died, really, because she could have died during the performance, in which case the only people that had the opportunity really would have only been... Do I know if there's anyone else who would have been in this area? People who work for the Thunderdome, people who
Let's
run
say
security.
no one else would generally come to this area.
Yeah, so it'd really only be the Blind Puma 4. But if it was before that performance, it could have been anyone. It could have been Modeled Crew as well. And they're gone. I don't have their backup to the story. It could have been on Discovery, right? Like, she wasn't discovered dead. She was just in there. Lily knocked the door down, went in, shot her 3 times and called the police. Could have been right then, right at that exact moment. There's no reason it couldn't have been. So, I need to find out when it happened, and that'll help me find out who could have done it. And I still don't have a good... I need a really solid why. Solve This Murder is created by Bill Sunderland and Dani Siller. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook at Solve This Murder. For questions, queries and theories, send an email to solvethismurderpod@gmail.com. Thank you to Jared, Devon and Whit of Advanced Sagebrush and Shootouts for creating our theme music. And thanks to all of you for listening.